There is often no feeling more frustrating than a close match that ends in a heartbreaking loss. Scoops here, come along with me as we try to uncover what kind of mistakes puts us in these positions in the first place and how we can avoid making them in the future. I'll be using 3 of my ranked losses as an example, alongside a win to show what kind of results thoughtful adjustments can bring. Here, let's start off by taking a full look at that checkmate match. The bans go about how you'd expect, and when it comes to picks, I'm quick to snatch up String Cheese, who's a very effective defender. In the end, our draft comp looks fairly interesting, but still pretty workable. Checkmate itself is a game mode I'm still trying to get comfortable with. For the most part, my game plan is to clear the walker early and try to help my team secure cards. We're able to execute on that fairly well to start. Bottom card is ours, and I'm able to clean up and snag the one top as well. But here's where we bump into our first mistake. This should be an easy sticky trap here to keep bacon roll off of me, while I try to secure hits on tower. Instead, I hold it for too long and end up handing it over to the enemy team for free. While I helped extend our lead, I also gave them the tools that they need to try to take it back. This next sequence should look familiar. We take care of the walker and grab top card. Though at least this time we're smarter about using it to help us increase the damage we get done. At this point in the game, I'm feeling pretty happy about our lead, so when do things start going wrong? Look here, where a lack of a knockback allows Blue Slushy to rack up a free 20% for her team. Immediately after, I'm punished for walking around without having a plan, and end up out of position to stop this bacon roll from tacking on 10% more without even having an ultimate to burn. And just like that, a few seconds of laziness has cut our lead in half. We try to get things back on the right track by taking care of a walker and securing another card. Now, here's the part where we lose the game outright. I should know here from my 2 previous tower dives that I do not have enough damage to end the game, especially not with the enemy String Cheese staring me down. What's more, we see Slushy has her ultimate up, and we know she could deal at least 20% with it easily. I think the correct play here was to help take Slushy off the board entirely instead of trying to rush the match. That way, Melon Soda could have helped with this push, and their attack pressure at this point in the match would instead only be a bacon roll without an ultimate. But because we decided to get greedy, and were lazy on defense earlier, we end up with the match results seen here. I think the biggest takeaways from this review are 1. Have a plan and move with purpose. 2. Recognize threats and make sure they're being properly dealt with. And 3. Don't rush to close out a game, and make sure your lead is properly protected. If you're enjoying game reviews like this one, please consider taking a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you can stay up to date with OvenSmash news, tips, and commentary. Okay, let's get into our next game. It's gonna be a smash fight, where an open red velvet will give me the chance to snatch the win for my team. I have more than enough damage to follow up my stuns, so as long as we're able to outplay the enemy velvet, the win should be as good as ours. I start by positioning safely to see if our ranged DPS could get us any information, but it's an early visit from Prosciutto that lets us start out strong. Here's where I notice the first mistake. As soon as Red Velvet misses a grab, I should be using that freedom to take up way more space. My ultimate is only a few seconds away, so I should be walking straight at the enemy. My timid positioning here forces the Bri to be the one to start the fight. And though I was the one with the ultimate first, it's the enemy Velvet that gets to make an impact. Worst of all, I can't even find a way to get a trade back. Swinging at nothing here even stops me from getting a kill onto Prosciutto. And just like that, we're down 2 kills from a situation that should have totally been under our control. Now, let's fast forward ahead and see how this playstyle gets me in trouble again. At this point here, my ultimate is back, and I once again have a chance to be a strong playmaker for my team. But despite Prosciutto and Cherry's ultimates being down, let's take a look at how long it takes for me to actually try to do something. Yes, you're seeing things right. By the time I actually ult, the entire enemy team has theirs back, which means I've essentially just wasted the entire window of advantage we had without accomplishing a thing. Because of that, it should be pretty obvious to see how this fight plays out. Ultimates get dropped and cookies crumble. But somehow my team is actually able to shake this off, and we managed to get back into the match. I even managed to string a few pulls together along the way. and as the timer starts to tick down to a close, we actually find ourselves with a lead. But once again, that's when disaster strikes. Because despite having my ultimate up, I end up playing scared. And instead of saving the life of my Bri by diving in for a stun, I instead miss a hook that ends up throwing the entire match. This Smash fight is an excellent example of the importance of recognizing the windows in time in which you are strong and making sure you decisively take advantage of them. It was my hesitation in this match that ended up costing my team everything. Okay, let's check out some castle crashes for our next review. So for this game, I end up going back and forth between Fruit Punch and Tiger Lily. We end up with a double marksman comp. In hindsight, I think Fruit Punch is definitely the better pick here, but I remember being a bit tilted going into this game, so we'll see how that affects things. I often spend a lot of time talking about how essential the first fight over the turtle is, but let's see how I actually end up handling it myself. So an issue with my positioning here that was actually pointed out by Vale Cup champion themselves, Pixter, was that I'm really limiting my aggression here by putting so many walls between myself and a lot of my opponents. It makes Dark Choco my only viable target, and he's already struggling in a 2-on-1. My team manages to win the first fight for the turtle, but I've basically been a spectator the entire time. Let's quickly jump ahead to the next big issue I run into. Launch as I'm caught not checking ultimates, and end up practically giving Dark Choco a layup here. But then things get worse. A pounce gets auto-aimed, and during the panic, I end up hitting my ultimate. Personally, I think that's a game-losing play all on its own, handing over a kill and an ultimate cancel for free. But let's fast forward a little bit more. Despite being pushed back, we're eventually able to fight our way back out of spawn, and I even find some time to put a triple kill together. The trouble starts when I try to push that advantage. I see an aggressive play onto Cherry, but let my nerves get the better of me, and 2 spears go whizzing by. If that was an ultimate instead of a special pounce, I'd have secured the kill and healed back up using Battle Blessing, while still having a pounce available to try to dodge any potential Dark Choco ults. Instead, a lot of my ultimate time is wasted walking around doing nothing. I'm able to help clean up this kill on the enemy Lily, but if I had ulted earlier on that Cherry and been fighting all the way through, I probably would have had it back by now already. Let's jump ahead to another big moment. As we push ahead, I thought I had stumbled upon a way to put away the game. I find Cherry, but misremember her ammo count, and overestimate my burst damage, taking myself out of the fight for no reason when I could have safely helped secure the kill on Dark Choco and force a 3v2. Now we have staggered spawns, and I find myself racking my mind to figure out how much time I should invest in trying to stall the turtle. And it's during all that panic that I let my attention slip away from Dark Choco's ultimate indicator, which basically ends up sealing our team's fate. I think this match makes for a great example of the importance of ultimate awareness and proper ultimate usage. Having the ability to dodge both of those key Dark Choco ultimates and picking the right spots to ult myself with as little battle downtime as possible could have easily turned this match around. Okay, enough making me look bad. Let's get a win in here. One Tiger Lily redemption match coming right up. Hope you enjoyed this little match review session we had. I'm going to be doing my best to learn from my losses, and I hope you can do the same for yours. This has been Scoops, and you've gotten your scoop.